Morning all. It's 20 to 9 on September the 17th, 2015. I am really confused. Now, where to start with? It's about aliens or different people's views. Don't know what to believe these days. There's so many theories. When I left school, I was taught at school, like most people, that there might be life in the universe. We might get to the moon and Mars one day and time travel and all that. Well, I never really thought much more about it until I got on YouTube when it first started. And they started posting these. Oh dear, you got the Flat Earth Society, which makes sense until you look at, because I've got a load of DVDs as well called Ancient Aliens, and there's one with aliens that I reckon were giants and they made us. This is what I mean. And there's a map at the top of stone, and you can see the sun in the middle and all our solar system planets round it. So I'm thinking, well, that makes sense, but only if that's not a fake. And then what's the other ones? Then you get these people, they're sort of like against evolution. I think they're religious. They talk about the Bible. Now, the Earth is only about 4,000 years old or 5,000 years old. What else do they say? Evolution's a lie. Like there's a creator, like the God that I suppose that they mean in the Bible, sort of made everything as it is. Dinosaurs only sort of like went out of existence about 4,000 years ago, because they found relics with like thousands of years old, but with dinosaurs, who they say is what the Chinese call dragons. Then you get the other lot of illusionists saying the Bible's a load of rubbish made up by man, and archaeology, it goes right back millions of years and all the rest of it. And you think, well, who's true? You know, well, I've had to stop watching these because I used to watch these sort of things all the time, but you just get so confused. I mean, right, it's not a world-shattering thing. It's not like, it's sort of like a hobby unless it's your job, like, you know. I mean, it's not serious like stuff that's going on around the world. I mean, but I'm just saying it is so confusing. I mean, what is true? Then they reckon there's life on the moon, been there for ages, because you can see these things even on the Google moon map of these white, what are they, spherical, they're around it, and you can see them passing across the moon. And then there's the other one, was the moon landings a fake? Were they real? I tend to think it was a fake for the way it is, the way it was done, the lights from different directions and shadows. And yet, another video I saw the other day, because that's when I stopped looking at them now, explaining all that, like the sun's rays bouncing off the earth onto the moon creates another one. I thought, you know, you can manipulate anything to fit your theory, whether it's maths, geography or whatever. No, then there's other people saying the earth has only been around 5,000 years old, or 5,000 years, and so when they say millions of years and another planet's supposed to bash into our one, how the hell they know that, I don't know. And there was the Big Bang. What does me, and what I mean, it'd drive you around the bend. You'd be banging your head on the wall. When you think about it, we shouldn't be here. We shouldn't exist. Nothing should exist. Nothing can come out of nothing, right? But they say, oh, nothing can come out of nothing. Well, what is nothing? And if you find out who did do the Big Bang, if it was true, who made them that did the Big Bang? Right, then who made them? And then who made them? You just go round and round, you know. We're not supposed to be here, so what is all this? Is it my imagination? What's an imagination? If we're not supposed to be here, then imagination wouldn't take place. So what I mean, you drive yourself round the bend. And I think, right, I think Bryce said in a video, you've just got to appreciate what is around you now. If this is all bollocks, and we're all imagining, I mean, I must have a great imagination for all the world, then so what? You know, get on with what you got now. Rod Stewart once said, somebody said to him, right, you're so lucky and all the rest of it, you know, you got all this money and for singing and making records and all the rest of it. How do you justify it? Can you do this and do that? He said, you know, they said, in another, you know, you'd started out as a grave digger, and if you hadn't done this and done that. And he said, don't worry about it. He said, this was years ago when he was fairly young. He said, don't worry about it. He said, just enjoy it. He said, your next life, he said, you might be paralysed, you might be disabled, you might not be able to do this, do that, you might be born a lump of rock. And he was right. Get on with what's now. That's all you can do. But I tell you, if any of you do watch this sort of stuff, unless you look at it different than me, I reckon you should stop. It does. It drives you around a bloody twist. You know, if you're a scientist and all the rest of it, well, you're earning money for it. It's your job. That's fair enough. But, you know, and these people who make these videos, especially what they call the Bible bashers, they deny evolution and all that, they get so worked up. So why don't they don't have a heart attack? You know, what thing to get worked up? Get worked up about the world situation events and stuff like that. You know, it's just so stupid. Anyway, I'm sure I'll get a few comments on that. I hope, anyway, a few videos. So, I will go now, before I drive myself completely round the bend. Thank you, dear. That's the wife you are. Lovely, isn't it? Did I imagine her? God, what an imagination. Anyway, it's now 9:15, so I'm buggering off. Quite a busy day, I suppose. I don't know yet. Excuse me. So I'll see you good people later on. And I'll upload this and take all the 5 seconds. Oh, I've only been on it 7 minutes. That's not a lot from me. Right, I will see you good people later on. So it's bye for now.